Good morning, water walkers. Today is See You Saturday. Welcome. As we said in our video last week, this is a new addition for Julie and I, a new step out in faith and walk on water activity because neither one of us are very confident in our speaking through video, nor do we feel that we really have the material for YouTube. But here we are stepping out in faith, we are walking on water, and our prayer is that something that we share with you or something that we say will reach somebody's heart and speak to you and bring you closer to God. This week, one of the days I spoke or wrote about was on comparison, and I shared with you, I believe it was on Tuesday, how I was scrolling through Facebook and stopped on some pictures someone had shared of all these wonderful house projects that they had been doing. And I felt very inadequate. I started to think about all the things I could or should do in my house. And I felt like I was falling down on the job because my house didn't look like it was from HGTV. And thankfully, God stopped me right in the middle of that and reminded me of some scripture that I shared on Tuesday. I hope you'll go back and read if you haven't read it already. And helped me remember and reminded me that I am unique. You are unique. We are all created in God's image. We all have different gifts. We all have different abilities. And it's okay that my house doesn't look like it's from HGTV. I have other things that I might be strong at, whereas my struggle is not the same as your struggle. My gifts are not the same as your gifts, and that's okay. And so I guess the one thing that stood out to me this week, because I had that battle off and on during the week, after I made that realization or God brought that back to my mind, I was very cognizant and very aware of moments where I would catch myself comparing. And I will say most of the time it would be when I was on social media. So that's just a little thing to be aware of, to be cognizant of your thought pattern as you scroll through Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. You know that people post on social media usually just a snippet of something great that's going on for them. They don't usually post all the other things that are around that might be going on. For example, in that picture of that HGTV snippet that I saw, who knows what was in the background or in a different room or what was going on somewhere else in that person's life. That was just one positive thing that person wanted to share. And that's okay. It's great to share those things. I also have been very aware of sometimes when I might be posting something that could be a stumbling block for somebody else. And when we post those things, we aren't trying to make someone else stumble. But it's just something to think about when we are making posts on social media. You know, what is my intention for posting it? How might it be received by others or perceived by others? And how will I respond with those things? And so I ran across this quote by Theodore Roosevelt I wanted to share with you. It says, "Comparison is the thief of joy." Comparison is the thief of joy. And honestly, that's what was happening with me this week when I was scrolling through and I realized what was going on. And like I said, after I was very aware of that, I became very intentional on the time I was spending on Facebook or Instagram. I became very aware of what was going through my mind as I was scrolling through and how I was responding to that. So just something for you to think about on this See You Saturday. I pray that you have a wonderful week ahead. I'm excited to hear from Julie this week. And as you go about your week, be very aware of how you are receiving what you're seeing on social media and what you're posting on social media. Be very intentional about how you are receiving those things and reacting to those things. Now let's go walk on water.